So we're here with Emily Tausevich. Oh,
You can call me Emmy.
I just wanted to introduce you formally for all of the unknown viewers. But you are a short story writer.
Yeah.
I've actually never had the pleasure to have read any of your work, but I would like to talk about your influences and your inspirations tonight. So, if you could just tell me a little bit about the background of how you got into short story writing as opposed to any other type of writing.
Well, I wrote stories throughout my childhood, grew up writing them. I used to read, really bad children's books and write, gruesome endings to them. So, I've been writing my entire life. As far as influences go, my everyday life, I suppose. I'm really interested in, the relationships between people, as everyone is, so.
So why you said that you're interested in writing gruesome endings for the childhood stories that you read. So where does that come from?
I don't know, that's one for the analysts. I'm past that, but.
Okay, so why don't we talk a little bit about your creative process? How does it work? What, do you need some sort of inspiration in order to get going, or do you just sit down with the pen and the paper and go for it?
Well, generally I write every day, but, or I try to anyway, but it doesn't always work out. I don't really need inspiration, but sometimes you hear a story or see something and it develops into something else, you know.
Okay, well, I've always been very interested in the space around a creative artist. So do you find that you need a specific type of environment to be able to create in, or anything like if you have the utilities available to you, you'll be able to write? Or is there a difference between where you are?
That's a really good question. I think writing requires that you spend a lot of time alone, unfortunately. I mean, it's sort of a conundrum because you need to be around people to be inspired, or at least I do. Obviously I'm writing stories about people, not, dogs or lampshades, or, I mean, that's not the kind of stuff that I do, but some people do. So you need to spend a lot of time with people and a lot of time alone, and it's really difficult to find a balance between the two because you find yourself getting really stagnant if you're spending too much time alone with your own words because your characters don't develop or the story won't progress because you just don't have that kind of human input that's completely important to your work.
So do you have any systemized method of developing your characters, or is it just does it solely come from you and your experience?
Well, I don't have a systemized method. I've taken some, university classes where they tell you to think about your character like you think about anyone you know, what's their favorite thing to eat for breakfast, or what's their most overused phrase, make a character mock-up or a character study of every character, but that doesn't really work for me. In the same way that I see someone on the bus, I see my characters. My stories are generally pretty voyeuristic, I think, even if I'm writing in the first person.
Okay. Would you like to share something with us?
Yeah, I guess so. I started writing this a month ago. I have a cigarette. I think my computer's about to run out of batteries. We don't own a printer because we live in Poa, but so this is how it goes. Right now I'm really interested in, probably because I'm a pretty shy person, but I'm interested in the struggle that happens between two people that are really close. So this is just the opening part to a short story I'm working on. Anyway, I hope this struggle comes across. Only days before, she'd remarked with such patent disgust the snow had turned to slush. Today I found her smiling and chewing her cud in a sunny gutter on St. Catherine's, a panoply of grey murk sloshing over a pair of new red rain boots. I asked her, "Why don't you get up on the sidewalk?" Just as one of the pack, out that first day to sun their pale Montreal babies or exercise their frantic Arctic dogs, swept my side. She just stood smiling, yellow bangs stuck to a glinting forehead, unblinking, undiscerning, dumb and permanent and beautiful as a painting. And so I stepped into the gutter. And then it goes on.
Thank you. Thank you, Emmy.